I could pull a better podcast out of my head. Hey, kids, welcome to the Tempest Universe.
China.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
It's China to me, China.
Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside.
China.
This is the Tempest Universe, man. Hold on to your ass. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Do you think that now that Elon Musk has purchased Twitter, that we're going to get some more of those Trump greatest hits? Like, I'm ready for it. Like, I need it back. It's like, Biden is just too easy. Sleepy Joe. Too easy. And we've been seeing videos of all the stuff that he does. I can't, it's easy target there. But Trump, holy cow. I feel like someone's going to release the hounds on Twitter and unlock all of Trump's accounts, and the shit's gonna hit the fan. It really is. This is the Tempest Universe. I'm your host, Manny. That really is an example of what a Tempest Universe is all about, right? But no one expected this. No one expected, Elon, to go crazy because he's bored, because nothing's happening in space. I mean, yeah, he's picking up folks from the ISS. I get it. He's taking folks back and forth and taking some supplies, but his silver phallus, it's not going anywhere thanks to all the red tape. So what does he do? Let me buy Twitter. I mean, listen, money talks, bullshit walks. And so now he owns Twitter. Now what's going to happen? Somebody needs to get Boca Chica going. Somebody needs to let him get the Starship fully stacked to get his mind off of Twitter, because I feel that the changes on Twitter are going to be so radical, so freaking radical that you just don't know. You don't know. Man, I'm shocked by it. And then we have the Mike Tyson thing. Now, I'm part of another podcast. Well, it's more on video, not really a podcast, but it is Big Time Sports on Facebook. Look me up. And, one of the biggest things we were going to talk about this week, which we didn't have the episode this week, it'll be happening this coming Friday, but, Mike Tyson, come on, Tempest Universe right there. How does a little guy behind him who's taunting him have a worse rap sheet than Mike? And then he gets his ass beat. This on the heels of Chris Rock and Will Smith. That's your Tempest Universe. Nobody expected any of these things, to be honest. This is just like, wow, there you go. Take that to the bank. We got stuff to talk about today. I do have an announcement to make this Thursday on YouTube. We will have an interview with Patrick Cutler. He has a documentary about an incident called Redgate. And, he's ready. I got him on. So on Friday, you'll be able to hear on the podcast the audio only for those of you who are afraid of YouTube. You guys should get on there. Let me be honest. No matter what country you're on, unless you're in China and it's banned. But if you have access to YouTube, get on there. Like I said the last couple of weeks, subscribe, get your notifications going. They tell you that shit all the time. Those of you who have been there already. Because you want to listen to the story. You want to listen about his film. We're also going to play the trailer, hopefully, fingers crossed, technology is a mother. And we'll play the trailer, and then we'll get into, why he has this almost kind of like a interest in aliens, UFOs, Redgate, that area of the country. And I feel like it's going to be, he's gung-ho about it. I'm going to be honest with you. If you could read things into emails, being gung-ho is one of those things. And I feel that he's going to be really down to earth in his presentation to us, and we're going to have a good conversation. And then if you're lucky enough to be there live, you'll be able to join in by video, by typing questions, whatever it is. So that's going to be interesting. Another interview that we might be scheduling, it's in the works now. The popular documentary that people are talking about, A Tear in the Sky. Dave and Dave, two scientists who took part of the activities in filming this documentary off the coast of California after the Tic Tac. I mean, wouldn't you want to be the one that has a whole gang of scientists and other folks with a bunch of instruments trying to chase down the Tic Tac? I mean, that's exciting in and of itself. I saw a trailer for that as well. Pretty fancy, let me tell you. They've got some crazy footage on there. So hopefully we'll get them on. I'm assuming it might just be sometime in May. Not really sure, but it's going to be forthcoming as far as the scheduling and also, of course, the details of this particular documentary. And listen, I love it. I love it when science is finally saying, screw this. We're going to get involved. We're going to get our hands dirty. And I don't care if you know that I'm chasing UFOs or gigantic flying Tic Tacs. I'm going to get an answer to this. And listen, it'll be interesting if they have some answers. But the Tic Tac's a mystery. The whole situation with the Tic Tac and Nimitz, I mean, it's a mystery that we may never know the answer to, at least not anytime soon. But to see a bunch of guys get all this equipment together and get out there and try to figure this out, it's great. It's fantastic. We have our own scientist that we love to death, Avi Loeb. We could put him as the president of the UFO science research team. He's the head scientist, Avi Loeb, and you gotta love Avi. Avi is just, he really is. Like if I wanted to team up with someone to go track down some UFOs, I would have to have Avi Loeb on my team. Literally. He gives zero fucks about it. I mean, come on. The guy was in Harvard. You think he cared? No. He let people know what he was about. He let people know about interstellar travelers. Come on. Stop screwing around. Well, it is Monday. And rainy Monday. The whole entire week's going to be rainy. I purchased new tires for my motorcycle. I haven't been out yet because the rain is freaking nonstop. Surprised we still got power. But let's take advantage of it. We got some articles to talk about, some things to go over. I actually went to look at some of the documents from Harry Reid during the time of, I guess when a couple years after that AATIP, AWSAP, all that, was getting started as the government went into another secret research program studying UFOs. But, there's a bent to this where it makes it acceptable for the government to do it because no one in these documents says it was aliens, to be honest. But we're going to go ahead and get started with our first track. Because of the weather, this is what you're going to get.
Strange vibrations
feel like I know nothing about the UK at times, because this story is coming out of Wales. And then basically, Sasha Christie, 51 years old, she saw her first unexplained phenomena. Stop saying phenomena. It's a damn UFO. This UAP thing is it's unnerving to me. I am a child of Spielberg. It was a UFO, when little E.T. came out looking for Reese's Pieces. It wasn't no damn UAP. Anyway, she was only 7 years old when this happened. And after that, she had another 8 sightings. How lucky are you? She should be fortunate. Maybe she's a star child. She don't even know it. She's had some experiences over the years. She says that they're making her life unpredictable, right? She even suffers from PTSD because of these experiences. And she's afraid that at any time that she leaves the house, she may get abducted. I mean, listen. We first have to figure out why you have this fear, right? I know PTSD, I get it. You have like 9 sightings, experiences. One of them was really scary, apparently. But it seems like this is a perfect candidate for an individual that needs to go under. We need to hypnotize her to find out if something happens. Because, we hear these stories over the years. I saw a bright light. I pulled over to the side of the road and then I left. And then they get hypnotized. Or maybe like about a couple of years later, something triggers them. And then it turns out they got on the ship. They were probed. They had the eggs stolen from them, fried right there in front of them. And they met their, hybrid child dressed in a tutu. This is what happens. You've got to explore this a little further, So Sasha, please continue to get these experiences, but go under. Get yourself hypnotized. And let's find out if under hypnosis, you're able to recall a little more. But anyway, let's continue. She says, it is very hard to explain my encounters as it's hard for me to believe what I've seen. What the hell's going on in Wales? What is going on? She even had an incident with some friends while she was on holiday in Wales in 1997. I mean, I thought that's where the monarchy used to hang out, right? The Queen and the kids. They'd go up there to Wales. I mean, apparently not. They probably moved already, to be honest. I don't know. I probably got this from some sitcom. And it's not true. They've all left Wales. No, she's suffering from PTSD, and she says that she spends her whole life trying to think about, other scenarios, other things that these sightings could be, other than what she concludes to be other life forms or UFOs from somewhere else. With that much frequency, you really feel like there's something else going on. It can't just be that they're just showing up, doing a nice light show, and then they're gone. She says that one of the most frightening incidents happened to her when she was on holiday. Look, stop going on holiday. Sasha, just cut it out. The problem is you take too many damn vacations. That's why they're coming after you. They're trying to tell you something. Anyway, she says that, she went on holiday with her ex-partner. Probably ex-husband, I guess. I don't know. Ex-partner might be the Wales term. His name was Steve, in case you're wondering. And the son, Louis. And, they were out there doing their thing. And she says, and I quote, I saw Steve outside looking at the sky. I ran out there to see what was wrong. He was pointing at these fluorescent lights in the sky that seemed to be getting bigger the closer they moved towards us. She says the clouds were really low that day. That's why she went up there with Steve. Anyway, she says the clouds were really low that night. And so the shadows and the shape of the UFO made it look like bright rippling jellyfish in the sky. It was fascinating. And they were kind of like shocked. You get those people that say when they see this UFO in the sky, or, close to ground level, they freeze like deer in headlights. So for that one moment, they were fascinated by this because it looked magnificent. And then they ran like hell to get away from it. It is a crazy story, to be honest. And for her to have too many sightings in a particular area, and honestly, if we look at the last maybe couple months of stories, a lot of them are coming out of Wales. Something is going on there. Something is happening to where people, well, number one, we know people are a bit more relaxed about telling their stories about these experiences, these incidents, thanks to the media, thanks for people being a bit more open, thanks for people just wanting to find out what the heck's going on. So something's going on in Wales that it has made it a bit of a hotspot when it comes to UFOs, and people are now coming out of the closet, sharing their experiences. But, if you end up with PTSD over these experiences, there's something more dramatic, something more to the core that has triggered this PTSD, because according to the article, there was only 2 incidents where it was some real scary business for her. What happened to the other 7 that you don't recall? Those are the ones we need to find out about. What exactly happened to Sasha Christie, now 51? It's almost like those deathbed confessions, right? With the deal with government people. So she's 51. She says, it's time to come out now and tell people about these things, because I want to know what's going on. Meanwhile, the UK, the government itself, the Ministry of Defense, denies of any such reportings of UFOs and aliens or anything of that, oh my, in their country. So where does that leave the people? At least here in the US, some of this stuff is coming out. People are getting involved publicly, not just behind closed doors, 40 levels underground, in a broom closet. No, they're coming out. They're saying, hey, we did this. We paid for that. We got this company doing this. I mean, yes, of course, a lot of it's coming out of FOIA requests. No one's just coming out the closet with all this info. But, Louis Elizondo did. We have the Tic Tac story. We have all these go fast, the gimbal videos, and more. More videos from the Navy. But it's all these things that I believe are empowering people to finally get their story out. And at 51, I mean, come on, 51 is probably not a deathbed confession, but we never know. She probably eats terrible. But still, this is the time. This is the time to tell your story. Let people know, like Sasha Christie, that something has happened. Yeah, I bet you there's a lot more stories that we could ever catalog at this point if everyone came out and just shared their experience, especially out here in Texas. Come on. There are like cities that you drive through that are maybe the size of a New York City block, but then the space in between is empty, nothing but empty land. That's a good probing area, good place to have a UFO settle down on a long stretch of road and have their way with you. Which leads me to ask, why are they still doing that? These aliens must just be pervs, for what I can tell. I mean, stop it. We're done with this. It's time for us to probe you. The link is in the description if you're interested in Sasha's story. And there's pictures of her too on there, believe it or not. She's okay for 51. So go get yours, Sasha. You might pick up a date or two, and maybe a couple more ex-partners, for sure.
realize I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'm a ride for the squad, ladder ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, threw that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit it to the sky, changed haters on a tirade. Talking to their grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same, we all want a meal in the safe. I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel bent from the bip. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on this fast route. Yeah, turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beats with the slap, pin myself on the map. You long with the wind, but we knowing that it's cap. 5-hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at. I'm still on the grind, limit time when I chat. I'm burning down sage, keep the demons away. When I write it, give a piece of myself to the page. I don't do it for the praise, love, that's just how I'm made.
Truth in the glass in the mirror.
Yeah.
Do it at me, old man, tryna pass in the fear. You're the first one to talk, but the last one to hear. Eyes blurry, but I couldn't see the ass, and he cleared down. Start to feel like I'm on one. Settle in, I'll be here for the long run. I'm a slave for the cash, got snakes in the grass, no brakes on the ad, but it's all fun. We done seen it all, heard it all. Heard enough, give me space before I murder y'all. 10 bad bitches here, I'ma curve them all. 12 missed calls, and I still made a curtain call. Here to light it up, lighten up. Hear him talking, they ain't right enough, tighten up. Everything that I came for, I left with. I don't bang sets, I just bang on the set list. Going past supper when I came for the breakfast. Put me in your prayers, I might put you on the guest list. Young niggas and me reckless. Gold in my soul, got the same on my necklace, bitch.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Oh, righty then.
U.S. astrophysicist claims alien technology may have crashed in the Pacific close to Australia. By the way, I see Dave is on the live chat right now. What's up, Dave? G'day, mate. He says it's Tuesday. Yeah. It is. It is Tuesday in Australia. You know, one thing, I was listening to men at work today. Like, we should have a contest, a Vegemite sandwich eating contest on the Tempest University. So see who finishes their sandwich. I think Dave might be able to beat everyone. I'm just saying. Top scientist is plotting a mission to find what he believes is alien technology lying at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. This is our main man on the streets, our main scientist for ufology, Avi Loeb. He says that this rock, this meteor, this interstellar object that the U.S. Space Command reported last week and confirmed that the object was from another star system. He says, we need to go pick that sucker up. I need people to back me up and get me over there off the coast of Australia, not too far from Papua New Guinea, to get baby Superman, because the Kryptonians dropped him in the wrong spot. So he's sitting there underwater waiting for someone to save him, and then we can use him as a guinea pig. We know that Avi Loeb is really what can I say, driven by the idea that some interstellar objects could be from other civilizations. Okay. Case in point, Oumuamua. So he wants to put together like an expedition to go down there and retrieve this rock so that he can do some experiments on it, find out what it is. Is it alien technology? Was it something that was sent here on purpose? And by the way, that's Bugs in the background. He's he's enjoying his Monday evening. He says, listen, this could have been built by extraterrestrials. The only way that we're going to find out is by going down there, picking it up. We've got to go get it. He says the fundamental question is whether any interstellar meteor might indicate a composition that is ambiguously artificial in origin. And honestly, besides that, let's just get away from the fact that it may or may not be alien technology. But if we can retrieve this rock, and it's been sitting there for a while, so for fuck's sake, I don't know that he'll be able to find it. But let's say we retrieve it, there should be, I would think, some discoveries in there that would be worthwhile. New metals, something completely and entirely different than what we have in our own solar system, or at least on our planet. We know a bit more about the moon, maybe Mars, just those areas. That's all we can compare it to. Well, shit comes from all over the place, right? Especially those, all those asteroid belts. But still, is it very possible that we could find new elements? Things never, even if it's not alien technology, Avi, I'm sure even he's thinking we could find other discoveries in there that would make this worth getting just because it's not coming from our neck of the woods. It's an interstellar rock. Really, to add icing to that cake, he says, my dream is to press some buttons on a functional piece of equipment that was manufactured outside of Earth. We know where he's going. He aims towards the fantastic, the amazing, the idea that we could pick up some kind of a meteor that comes from outside of our own neck of the woods in space, and it be something amazing, like a Disney story. You gotta love that about him. He's dreaming big, is what he's doing. He's dreaming big. But there's a lot of discoveries that could come out of this particular little rock. So, we'd have to see. We'd have to see what happens. He did write this in an essay, and that's why he's getting all the hoopla right now. And he says that a retrieval expedition could be achieved using scooping magnets to explore a 10 square kilometer region of the Pacific Ocean where the object is thought to have landed. Again, it's a needle in a haystack. We've got fucking airplanes that have disappeared, and we haven't found for damn years whole damn airliners. So for him to be able to find this rock, goddamn, it'll be fascinating if he pulls it off. I think people would want to go and try, just because it's Avi and his ideas. So this might just happen, but will they find it? I don't know. It'll be something fascinating to witness, nonetheless, to be honest. That was another article from Avi, actually titled So Many Habitable Stars. Habitable Stars, thank you. Anyway, he says that about a quarter of our galaxy's 200 billion stars are orbited by planets that are habitable the same way that the Earth is. That wonderful Goldilocks zone? He says 50 billion. 50 billion stars in our own galaxy might have very similar, friendly to life conditions where there could be other Avis looking for interstellar objects coming into their neck of the woods. This is actually something that he wrote about in his book, Extraterrestrial. There's a lot to Avi we don't know about. By the way, we gave that book out last year, part of the contest. I got one more copy of it. We might have to get that out this summer as well. He has a lot of things in there, a lot of ideas. He has a search for can't speak today. Hold on, let me take some more of this vodka. Hold on a second. Thank you. Technosignatures, as part of his Galileo project. The guy is everywhere. Eventually he's going to find something. You throw out enough hooks and lures, you're going to catch something. Now, whether it's a big fish or a little fish, I don't know. It might just be the one that gets away. But God bless Avi Loeb and his tenacity to try to figure this thing out. There's more in the articles that are listed in the description, so check it out. We're going to go, after this, we're going to head into these documents with Harry Reid, AATIP, and AWSAP back in 2009, and it's just fascinating to me. These are some of the things that you might find in the treasure trove that's being released out of FOIA requests dealing with this topic. So check this one out while you wait. Or not.
Even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. She be calling on a Monday, wanna meet on Tuesday, asking me to fix me up real nice. She can wait until the weekend, she wants off the deep end, telling me to bring the stuff I like. I don't wanna let her down, so I'm telling her yes. Though I'm kinda down from the pain in my chest, but I'm putting her aside now. I'ma feel her right now, happy from the stuff I know she likes. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Ay, always down every week, yeah. Know I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks, call my bluff. She know what's up, can't get enough, yeah. Even when it don't feel right, ay, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, hey, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. We be chillin' on the Wednesday, slept until it's Thursday. She don't wanna leave me, not just yet. Told me all about last Friday, when she went all crazy. Didn't go to bed till Saturday. I don't wanna go without, so I asked her to stay. Though she broke my heart in a million ways, but I'm putting that aside now. I'ma feel alright now, happy just as long as she's with me. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Always down every week, yeah. No, I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks, call my bluff. She know what's up, yeah. Can't get enough, yeah. Even when it don't feel right, hey, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, yeah. You know I'ma party with her, with her, with her, yeah. Even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her. Oh yeah. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her, yeah, yeah.
Way to go, a-hole!
There is a lot of stuff right now on the Black Vote resulting from FOIA requests related to AATIP or AWSAP, whichever way you want to spin it. And what really interesting was, what caught my eye was all the Harry Reid documents, all the times that they documented meeting with Harry Reid about these particular entities and what they were doing. And it is fascinating because when you look at these documents and when they either send them memos or they recapped what conversation was like with Harry Reid, back in the day, it seemed like Harry, if he believed in UFOs back in the day, you wouldn't really fucking know, because in these documents, they really are about the threat. The threat not coming from outer space, but coming from foreign adversaries. Just like what we've been hearing since the UAP report the government put out. It's adversarial technology that's coming from foreign entities. Russia, China, Cuba, Brazil. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to mention you guys. We know you ain't got no technology. One in particular here is January 5th of 2009. Now, this is apparently 2 years after AATIP was started. Right? That's when things were going down already. And according to this, Senator Inouye, Democrat from Hawaii, and Senator Reid sponsored some language in the bill from July 2008, a supplemental appropriation bill for the DIA to investigate, quote unquote, foreign advanced aerospace weapon threats from the present out 40 years in the future. Like, these guys were not going to retire, really? This program was supposed to run 40 years. What happened? What went down? This is why so many people say that even today, even though Lou Elizondo, it may not be part of the program anymore, this thing is still going. They keep changing the names. It's what they do. Move it from place to place. According to this, Senator Reid has a deep interest in the potential threat posed by unconventional aerospace technologies. Technologies that are radical and that are used in current advanced aerospace vehicles. What are those vehicles? This is where the plot thickens. What are those vehicles? From 2007 to 2012, who was making waves in space? Nobody. So where are these vehicles coming from? What are they from? Who is it? Who is this adversary that since the early 2000s we cannot still identify? Where the hell is the intelligence community at? How dumb are they? Completely nuts. There was another memo May 4th of 2009. By the way, these are all on the Black Vote website. If you go on there, they're they're by topic and by date. That's how they're sorted. But the most amazing thing that the website did was they actually translated some of these and put them into PowerPoint presentations with high-level translations of what they contain, letting you know what to look for in these, which was pretty cool. Senator Inouye and Reid again, they in this particular memo, they are again talking about sponsoring the supplemental appropriation bill. Now, the bill was out in July of 2008. This is already May 4th, 2009, and they're still talking about the damn bill because they're trying to get some money, some cha-ching. I think it was at that point, it was about $10 million. But it's an issue, and people are responding to it back in 2009. The DIA, in response to this appropriation bill, decided to publish requests for proposal or RFPs, and that happened August 18 of 2008. They were asking for proposals that would study advanced unconventional concepts that are being used, and still, who's using them? In aerospace vehicles broken up into the following 12 technical categories: lift materials, propulsion, control, radio frequency and directed human effects of armament, energy weapons, spatial temporal translation, signature reduction. But of all of this, the only ones that responded, the only organization, commercial group that responded to this RFP for this proposal was Bigelow Aerospace. And at that point, it was known as Bigelow Aerospace Advanced Space Studies, or BASS. They're the ones who were, of course, as we know now, really tight-knit buddy network with Senator Reid. And apparently they got the job, right? Deuce Bigelow, the Space Gigolo, and BASS were all in it. On June 24th, 2009, about almost a little bit over a month later, there's a letter from Harry Reid to Deputy Secretary of Defense William Lynn III. The letter says, hey, since AATIP and the study were first commissioned, much progress has been made with the identification of several highly sensitive, unconventional aerospace-related findings. What were they? This is back from 2009. Can somebody give me the skinny on this? Reid continues to say that given the rate of success, the continued study of these subjects will likely lead to technology advancements that in the immediate near term will require extraordinary protection. Ladies and gentlemen, this is when we get into Stephen Greer's, one of his most popular terms, in between crying about the information he knows over his career in studying UFOs. In this particular memo, Harry Reid is asking for special access program restriction. I mean, the shit's real. Harry Reid was asking for that. He wanted his information protected. But wait, didn't he, before his passing, say that the people should know what the hell is happening with these things? What is going on? What happened to Harry Reid from 2009 to the last few years before he passed, to where he's like, nah, we don't need to get this protected. Everybody should know. Everyone should have the information. It's like one of those deathbed confessions. It really is. But anyway, they continue on in many of the memos to continue back and forth about the benefits of, AATIP, all the extraordinary findings, and how much more the work should continue. But again, it's just fascinating to me how there is a different Harry Reid at this point, back in 2009. The link is there. You guys should check it out. There's so much more documents in there that it is just amazing. I'm trying to find the one where the U.S. government had the psychic, and he was being tested for his psychic abilities and accuracy, and apparently he passed with flying colors. This didn't happen back in the 30s or 40s. It's recent. How do you weaponize a psychic? It's a good question. We should see. We should find a psychic and put some weapons on him and see what happens. The worst thing about all of this is that, while websites like The Sun and we also have our buddies here over at the Black Vault, while they're getting this information, people are ignoring it. They're not getting it. There really are a lot of people who do not understand what all this means and why it's important. There's a lot of information here that will blow your mind, that as much as you hear a government deny that there's any interest in UFOs or psychic abilities or the paranormal, that shit's still going on, even modern day. It's still happening. They're still looking and searching. They're still trying to figure those things out. Maybe the time for denial is over. maybe it's time for them to start fessing up. Letting the people know what the hell is really going on. Maybe the late Harry Reid and his ideas towards the end of his time, maybe that's something we all should gravitate to. Holding the government accountable to release these secrets, which we know now. It wasn't like, these papers are not things that someone found, in their grandmother's, great-grandfather's chest that was in the attic somewhere. And no one knows how the hell it got there or who the hell wrote it. This is coming straight from the government now. These are Freedom of Information Act releases. We know who the source is now. We know where it's coming from. It's time to take notice. It's time to hold people accountable for this. I'm just saying. The link is in the description to the Black Vote. If you want to check out that page, like I said, it's nicely organized for you. And the PDFs are there. And if you can't handle the PDFs, check out the PowerPoint slides. So far, I still haven't been able to get a hold of the UK Sun documents. But there is the psychic research is in one of those. And it might even be in the Black Vault pages as well. So listen, this is the reality of things, and I know we get stuck in our daily lives and the rut of the routine. But geez, people, the government is telling you there's more to life, way more than what you know. So stop paying taxes, get drunk every day, and go hunt some UFOs. Just don't tell them I sent you. We'll be back on Wednesday. And until then, ciao.
I've been wandering down the same road back into town. deny, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you're the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. It's time to start doing the right thing, so trust your instinct to stop listening